Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Souls 3. Sorry about the late start. It was a long day at work. And I just managed to finish eating and get myself going. Okay, seriously. Okay, there we go. And offer the cinders of a lord. And with that, if you were to take it by volume, we have officially completed 4/5 of our quest. For the Lords of Cinder that left, we have now returned 4 of them to their thrones. We only needed to return 3. Ludleth the Exiled never left. Yorm the Giant, when awake, Yorm the Giant, the Undead Legion, Aldrich, and finally, Prince Lothric. It's interesting to note, all of them were said to be destined to link the fire once more. In Yorm's case, he returned home to find only the aristocrats and the shattered remnants of his home. He had no reason to link the fire because everything he had built and had built value on was destroyed. His kingdom nothing but debauched residents and malformed monsters. So he sat upon his throne, till us and an old friend came and put him down. The Undead Legion, corrupted and tainted by darkness, turned on each other, fighting in an unwinnable battle as they kept resurrecting, trying to purify themselves from the abyssal taint. Ludleth, crippled and unable to move, awaits his return. As he said, he shall become as a colossus in his final moments. Aldrich cared not for what would come, but sought the greatest pleasures from his meals. So much so that he defied his own faith and devoured a god. Unfortunately, these all were factors played up by Pontiff Sulivan, who we did put down, but his legacy remains of manipulating those for the sake of his power, for the sake of, well, keeping things going. So, that's really, really bad. Man, that drift is really getting bad. Okay. But, with our journey outward complete, we can now return to where it began. Back to the high walls of Lothric, the kingdom of Lothric itself. We shall enter and begin our journey back to where it all began. And we were summoned here after defeating Yorm. And we saw that the woman who had given us the small banner and bid us to leave to seek out the lords. She's laying in a puddle of her own blood now. It's clear something or someone has gotten to her. Yep. Ow. Alright. So, let us investigate. What laid her low?
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a lord.
The Basin of Vows. Place basin at a statue of a beheading knight. Chalice used in the old ceremony in which Lothric knights take their vows. It is only a formality now, but remains as an empty practice. Place this basin at the statue of beheading knight. This one? Alright, well that should be simple. An icy wind blows through. And the door closes behind us. We're trapped. And descending from the blackest prison that was holding them captive. Vort was always said to accompany a figure. And we did see this figure back in Irithyll. They departed alongside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dancer of Boreal Valley. Her movements are graceful, stunning, almost otherworldly. And she hits like a goddamn truck. And as you might expect, she's also the type of enemy a little hard to hit. Yep. But you'll need to learn to dance with her a bit. Oh, I walked into it. Yep. Yep. But yeah. Note, if you do kill the old woman your own hand, the same thing happens. No matter what, you have to face the dancer. And if you do it right, you can always defeat the dancer before you even defeat Vort. It just comes down to personal taste. But regardless, the thing you should know about this fight nice. Is that what you should know is that the dancer is your checkpoint enemy. By that, what I'm referring to is she's here to make sure whether you're strong enough to advance past what lays beyond. and she is not a merciful instructor. I have taken her on early game myself. It's possible, but it is a rough thing to do. If I'm honest, the person who has the best chance is usually a caster. Yeah. Yeah. Typically speaking, casters have the easiest time with the dancer. In my experience. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Like, her movements become very erratic almost. She's very much the skill check boss. Yep, because you can't just roll through her stuff mindlessly. You do have to understand which attack she's going for. And then time and space it properly. Yep. Yep. Nope, that's the grab. Okay. Yep. Alright. Alright. Now the second half of the fight. Where she mimics, of course, Suliban in the dual wields ability, wielding both a fire sword and a dark weapon. Yep. Yep. And note that there you see she has an AoE ground stab. Watch your stamina. That is one of the biggest things that she's built to do, is force you to use all your stamina before she even... Yep. Yep. Because she baits you into using an attack when you don't have enough stamina to be able to really take advantage of it. Yep. Got off with that. Ow. Yep. Nope. Yep. Got me. I should have rolled forward out of the attack. Still, not the worst. Wonder if it's one of these cases where we might be better off just using the daggers to cut through. And we can try it out. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the worst. And of course, she goes back to using one sword once you've... Yep. Alright. Yeah. That may be the issue, is I'm so used to using heavier weapons, so getting in on her with just some quick stabs. That's actually... Oh, got me. Still, that was actually not bad. The Dancer, like I said, is basically the choke point, much like the first boss when you first come in. When you first start the game, that first boss is kind of the same thing. There's someone who you just kind of have to just get over. It's why I say that this game is very much a survival, is a fight to survive. Simply put, this whole game is about everyone trying to survive, and what survival should look like, and what they feel is how they believe surviving should be handled. Who should survive, how they should survive. This game is about conflicting methods of trying to. Okay. Okay, that first hit was because I forgot to switch, make sure I was using the right roll. Okay. Yep. Timed the roll wrong. That's on me. Okay. That's the one thing everyone talks about with this game, with these games, is always, when you die, you generally feel like it's your fault. Ow. And I can see why people say that. You can usually feel it right before you die. And if you pay attention, yeah, you can get away out of attacks, generally speaking. Yep. Ow. I forgot she had that Alright, she'll be getting to the second blade here in a moment. There we go. Now the second blade comes out. Now the thing you need to worry about is this whirling dervish attack. Get behind one of the pillars if you can. She doesn't know how to... She can't. Once she starts spinning, she can't navigate around them. So... Alright. There. Watch your motions, and just remember now that every attack now has a second phase. That's basically what this second sword allows. So knowing your timings... Ow. Yep. And bear in mind, almost everything is a roll catch now. What I mean is you can't just dodge out of it. Nice. Got in, got 2 hits. Okay. Ow. Okay, that one is just... Oh, yep, got me on the combo. But yeah, effectively, most of what this is about learning the timings, the openings and the gaps. Alright. The steel helm they all wear, huh? It may come to... And sometimes, it's not the weapon that does the most damage, but the weapon you feel most comfortable with. That can make all the difference. There we go. And... I wonder... Nope, our friend isn't there anymore. I don't... Because I believe... Officially speaking, you could get... what's his name? Lionheart your ally Albert to help you for this fight, I believe. If you killed the old woman at the beginning of the game, he would come in and help you with this fight. Which is what makes it possible to be done at such an early level. Alright. But no help to be had, so we may need to just rely on what we know. Nope. Crap. Yeah, just a complete grab. That's on me. Yep. Nope. Ow. Yep. That was just a bad run of it. The Dancer of Boreal Valley. But here's an interesting thing about the Dancer is note the way she entered the battlefield originally. She was trapped. She was held prisoner in something by the old woman. And it's only once the old woman dies that the Dancer is released to attack us. So it becomes kind of an interesting question. Why is the Dancer even there? Well, We know she was dispatched from Irithyll on some mission from Pontiff Sulivan. Yeah. Yep. It's knowing her motions. Follow her patterns. Wait till she swings. The length of her physique makes it easy to overestimate and roll early. And sometimes, don't be afraid to just take the hit on the shield, folks. Nope. I mean, that's what you have the shield for, after all, folks. That's the grab. You can get a hit off that. But alright. Yep. Yeah. And remember, you gain more stamina when your shield is lowered. Yep. But yeah, the biggest problem with the dancer is her limbs are so long, you're typically going to roll way too early. Like so. Yeah. Yep. Nope. And yeah, that explosion has a greater range than you think it does. Nice. Yep. Yep. Okay. Now with the second phase starts. Okay. When she goes for the spin, just hide. Yep. When the dancer goes for those big slams, that's where you want to... Yep. It's when she goes heavier on the swings. You don't want to go in before that. It's funny, it's almost enough to make you really want to... Yeah, it's almost enough to make you want to... Okay, so Ring of Favor, Havel's Ring. So as things stand, those two are pretty much strapped on, right? So then... Yeah. Farron's Ring... Do we just do the Pyromancer Ring? Well, I did say that range is a great way to do this. Let's show it off. Let's show why range is one of the better ways to handle the dancer. Because one of the biggest things, like you've seen, she'll chop you to bits pretty quickly. Each individual strike is pretty good at just cutting you down. And nothing on you. Okay. And yes, I know I have no additional Estus, but for Estus for my FP bar, but I did want to show this off. Because, as you can see, Pyromancy lets you stay at range and pepper her pretty safely. So yeah, this is one of the bosses where being a caster absolutely gives you the advantage. But you would have struggled more for Yorm. Nope. Yeah. So, it's one of those. Now, as far as avoiding her attacks, one other way you would not think to do immediately all the time, but will help, is rolling forward towards her, actually. Not every attack, but a good number of times, just getting under her legs. Yep, will help you out. Now, in the first part. In the second part here, that's a good way of getting chopped up, but it's still a potential solution. Now, this is a fight where, in all truth, it isn't a matter of how much damage you're going to do individual swings. Use the weapon you feel most comfortable with. Yep. Because if you know the way the weapon swings... Alright. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Again, she's only going to allow you certain times to counter. Yep. And recognizing which of these are counters. And there, like that explosion followed by the sweep, is a catch. Alright. Yep. Yep. There. And I'm dead, more than likely. Oh wow, I survived it. Ow. Ow. Okay, I caught it on the shield that time. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, if you can just keep at range and just deal damage to her there, yeah. Remember when dodging, don't hold L1. Because holding L1 reduces your stamina use, regeneration. Nope. Got caught. After all, it's a 2-hit. She can only takes 2 hits to kill me. Yep. 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 Alright. Yep. then she sweeps, then you can go after her. Yep. Ow. Alright. Then spin, now you can go after her. Again, knowing her movements. And now, yep. That's, yep. Ah! Just off on that. So, with everything we've seen, you can probably piece together part of the best strategy for you. Though for me, I'm going to retreat for a second. Head back to Firelink. Because I just want to allot our Estes a little differently.
It wasn't easy.
We'll do 2.
Pretty be careful. I don't.
Alright. Okay, that's getting a little annoying. That really is getting annoying. I may, honestly, when I get paid next, I may just pick up a new controller. Okay. So. Alright. So, what the obvious answer for me is, the way I usually do this is, I usually have some sort of ranged attack, whether it's bow, pyromancy, magic, take your pick. But yeah. If you can dance around with the first part, using purely ranged attacks on the second half might not be the worst thing to do. Oh. Yeah. There we go. So there's our strategy. Get in on her on the first part, use no FP, and as you might expect, she's immune to frostbite. Oh. I don't believe I believe she's immune to poison. Bleed resist is actually fairly high on her. Yep. Yeah, her initial first phase is not that bad. And like I said, when she starts spinning, find a pillar, hide behind it. So then from here, chucking the basic fireball spell. You can call me cheap. You can call it pathetic if you want. But like I've said, in this game, it's a battle for survival. And survival doesn't give a damn on you being fancy and perfect. Ow. Oh. Yep. I'm just thinking, what else we have? Alright. Oh, that's nice. Hey, we finally got the Lothric shield. Yeah. Shield of the renowned Lothric Knights, decorated with the royal crest. The Lothric Knights contended with dragons, and their shields have suitably high lightning absorption, befitting a dragon slayer's arms. Oh, something else we found. Shield of an ancient king who was cursed by an all-consuming thirst. In the end, he was no king. The residue of the king's lust still smolders within this shield, increasing the number of souls absorbed when enemies are defeated. So, a good grinding shield. It's a... How's it say? The Black Knight shield still beats it out statistically, but that extra souls can come in handy, so... Up to you on which is going to be best for you. Alright. In the meantime... Okay, so Havel's ring back on so we can roll. And then... And the damage absorption. And why not? That'll help much, but every little bit helps. Alright. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I forgot the Black Knight shield actually lets you absorb a good number of her attacks. Yeah, pretty nicely. The chip damage has gone way down. Alright. Nice. Ow. Should have just taken it on the shield. Yeah. Ow. Alright. Alright, phase 2. Yep. Nope, got out of that. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Black Knight Shield definitely is a help. Alright. Okay. Okay. I can definitely tank through it more than I think I can. Yeah. And that's a Mother Magic Burst, just stay away. Okay. So we are more tanky than I give myself credit for. Okay. So I was fighting her the wrong way. I was fighting her back when Yeah. I'm fighting her like when I first played the game. I wasn't as heavy then. Yeah. Yep. Alright, now I got my full stamina back. Let's try this again. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, no, okay, it's my fault. I was playing this... I forgot we're a much heavier build. Yep. I forgot we're a much heavier build than what I'm used to. And the dancer is no more. And she is a massive payout, especially if you do her fight early. So, the dancer is finished. Both of the Irithyll knights dispatched have been, well, dispatched. Soul of the dancer. The Pontiff Sulivan bestowed a double-slashing sword upon a distant daughter of the formal royal family, ordering her to serve first as a dancer and then as an outrider knight, the equivalent to exile, thus securing himself as the highest position within the kingdom. All of this so he could control he got control of the aristocrats, giving them places as the dungeon keepers to allow them to escape from their home down in the profaned capital. He also managed to capture and offer up Gwendolyn to Aldrich to keep them off his back. And of course the Undead Legion, well, he probably opened the tomb of Karthus, allowing the darkness of High Lord Walnir to taint the Undead Legion so that they would be stuck killing each other endlessly.
So,
So, from the soul of the dancer, we can gain soothing sunlight. Special miracle granted to the maidens of the Princess of Sunlight. The miracles of Guinevere, the princess cherished by all, bestow their blessing on a great many warriors. Or the dancer's enchanted swords. Paired enchanted swords that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon the dancer of the Boreal Valley. These blades, symbolic of the dancer's vows, are enchanted by dark magic in the right hand and fire in the left, mirroring the pontiff. And note, they builds off of all 4 stats, dealing both magic and fire damage, and only requires modest stats. The major downside is, as you might expect, it builds off of all the stats, but it also only builds so much. Like, I think it maxes out at like C scaling for every stat, which is not horrible, but there are weapons that you can accomplish the same with higher ratings. Still, it seems ill-fitting to not take them.
Now.
So, and as you can see, when using them, you very much use the dancer's own style of swings. Very fluid, very exceptional. And you have the dance. And if you hold R2 until you run out of stamina, you can keep applying damage. So yeah, these are actually superb weapons as well. But of course, you have to remember using these weapons.
Home, speak. Farewell, I've made of.
Gods, this is getting annoying. Stop, game. Seriously, stop.
Welcome, husband. Very well, then take.
Alright. So at this point, more luck or... Okay, let's get the 20... Yeah, I was gonna do 20 luck. Just because luck is useful overall.
Farewell, Ashen One, may the flame.
Alright. So, we have a plethora of actually useful weaponry. Now... And we got to spend some time with the dancer. But... we were also asked by the old woman to look after Prince Lothric. Before we leave, though, I want you to take a closer look at this area. Seriously, game. I'm gonna start getting pissed. What's interesting to me is, we've seen all across Lothric these statues of the Headless Knights. What becomes interesting about them is that means this was a point of nobility for them, and that they were beheaded, but it was a station of honor to do so. Now, what's interesting about that is here. Note the design of the Lothric Knight's sword here. It's one of the reasons I keep wielding this. And you'll note the Lothric Knight's sword is similar in the same way, the hilt design and everything. Well-crafted straight sword designed for thrusting attacks wielded by the venerable Knights of Lothric. The Knights of Lothric, with their drakes, once crushed anything that threatened their shores. Of course, that was long. That was a long, long time ago. Now, they only protect and monitor their place. The knights are expected to end their lives. And what pours out is the thick, red, viscous blood. And in doing so, we have now gained access to where only those knights should have access. The vow is made, and so we may ascend. But be ready, folks. Our journey for now, up till now, has been to gain four out of the 5 thrones, their inhabitants. This 5th one, though, will prove the greatest task, and will not be simple. So be prepared. Our journey continues and is quite far from over. But that isn't to say. Oof, something's nasty. Soul of a weary warrior, huh? And here, more of the temple guards. Drabbed. Yep. Yep. Still. Ow. There we go. And the Cathedral Knight's armor. Massive iron armor worn by knights serving the Cathedral of the Deep. Repulsive creatures of the deep are sure to attract the foolish, but the Cathedral Knights are prepared to meet such intruders head-on with their more than ample might. And it is actually really good armor. Like, it is really defensive. And actually, yeah, we can start getting a little heavier. Alright. And now we took one turn. And this will bring us down. You can hear something rasping ahead. Angry. Well, the consumed king's garden. Yep. More of these. We saw these all throughout Lothric. These people just flailing about with these angry parts just sprouting from them. It can be a little tough to tell what's attacking you, so... Alright, so let's head down here first. And yes, the Cathedral Knight is just part of the scenery here. Oh, you broke my guard. There we go. Yep. And remember, so long as they're afflicted by frost, they take more damage, so... Hey, they're leggings. They're heavy, but... Let's see. Yeah, the drying shoes are probably... Okay. And we'll call the elevator back up. Though note, we don't have to drop the whole way down. By the way, I do love the way these elevators signify just how, I guess I want to call it fanciful, this place can be. After all, another Estus shard, welcome. Very welcome indeed. Hate this stupid glitching. Like, stop. Alright. And another knight. Got him. And again, he's taking less damage because of that poise buff he did. Alright, thank you for the easy opening. And again, but as we learned in the very beginning of the game, these things really don't like fire. Yeah. Yeah, they really do not like fire. Yep. And yeah, that floor is toxic, so... it can benefit you. Of course, then, the other option is to bring out the dagger, so that they flail helplessly. And yeah. Lots of hidden enemies around here. And lots of these big flailing tentacle monsters. But think about what this place is called. The Consumed King's Garden. Well, the question then becomes, who or what is the Consumed King? Yep. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine he's not consumed. Whatever, he's probably been consumed by whatever these things are, or what leads these things to exist. Ow. Ow. Oh, come on! I couldn't even get out of that. Ugh. Upside, these guys are actually worth quite a bit in the way of souls, so if I'm honest, I'm going to throw on the Shield of Want. But yeah. Now, you don't have to take the Consumed King's path. This is actually a side area. It is, in fact, entirely optional. But there are some interesting items and a few reasons to come back here. There we go. Yep. Okay. Oh, there we go. I forgot that that's what the trick about these guys with their holy weapon. When their whole weapon is blessed, they drop these little mines that explode after a few seconds. But bear in mind the Shield of Want. First thing to note about it, look at all the emblems on the bottom, representing those who were conquered. And the many scars on the front indicate that this shield was actively used in combat. This was not a display piece for a mantle. So keep that in mind. This was a working shield, not a showpiece. And Titanite chunk. God, I hate that. There we go. Get away. Yep. 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 Alright. Yep. Ow. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's one down. Another chunk. And yeah, each one of these guys is very much worth it, but also very expensive to kill because it's a huge risk. Yep. Yep. Thank you for the easy damage. Yep. So as you can see, there's more of these guys patrolling around. And well, there's just a lot here. A lot of it being covered in this toxic muck. As you can see, the slimes here alright. Baited it out. Nope. Okay. Ow. Alright. Just using fireballs to make my life easier. Ow. Of course. And a... Yep. Alright. And that should be it. Yep. And just more good material stones. Alright. Yeah, these guys just... They're just there to make your day miserable. Alright. Now, if I remember right, this elevator, it's been a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me if it's not quite what I remember. But... Ow. Yeah. Nope. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Nope. Okay. Alright. Trying to remember because it... Yeah. It was that. Yeah, these guys who were just kind of like your basic casters. Hey, so rare you get to use the drop attack. Bit of a tragedy, that. But... for all this work, we get a shortcut where we don't have to deal with, and we can just get down there easily. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's at least one part of this area taken under control. Yeah, but I remember, yeah, now the Consumed King's Garden. It's a rough place. Of course, it being completely optional, that makes sense. But this is also indicative of how rough this game can get. Because now that we've officially ended, some people would call it end game, but I'd say this is more the mid game. This last throne will require as much effort as the previous three. Just to be perfectly honest. Alright, we do have the additional Estus shard. And for a level 3265. Yep, perfect.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak. Very well. Then take note.
Alright. So then from here, probably
retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame.
Trying to think which stat would probably benefit us most.
Farewell, may the flame.
Hard to say.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he? Pretty, but
So, we now have yet another chug, and... Alright. So let's... keep exploring the Consumed King's Garden. Because trust me, this is one of those areas where there's a lot of interesting ideas presented. And we can see where the consumed king of the entire thing, let's see if I'm to do that. Yeah, I can go down to the brass set for a bit. Why not? It's fancy. Yeah, it's a fancy look. Alright. As you can see, without the addition of those casters, this area will become much simpler. Yep. Now, the malformed creatures that have those writhing tentacle bits on them, The question then becomes, what causes that? What infestation is... And what corruption allows them to do that? And as far as we've seen, there's been almost no reference to it among any items or the people we talk to. The closest thing we've seen to it would be those kind of gross partial dragon things in Irithyll Dungeon. They'd be about the closest thing we've come across. Human pine resin. Now that's an unfortunate... Well, and note, this isn't regular poison. This is toxin, if I'm not mistaken. So... Alright. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Yep. No, the biggest weakness to these creatures is their turning radius. It took me a little while to remember that, yeah, the biggest weakness to them is the fact they turn, like, they take forever to turn around. So, that's usually the easiest way to deal with them, is get to their side. Rather than straight behind them, their side is usually where you want to end up. But, as you can see, there's a lot of slugs here. And note that they have a surprising amount of HP. Yeah. Alright. Well, we already saved, so... let's get some freebies. Shadow set. Black firebombs, claws... Might as well get everything. Alright. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they can swipe to the side, but... Yep. Once you're behind them, you're pretty safe. Yep. Alright. And since we're already toxic, I might as well get everything in the dark gem. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it in the actual swamp. So then from there, head up here, Titanite chunk. So nothing up this way. Yeah, because it's not like you can get double toxic, so. And generally speaking, these slugs aren't really worth it. But entering here, that's blocked off. And to advance from here, as you can see, there are Holy Caster there. And 2 knights with the Holy Guy's support to heal them. But note that the water here is not poisoned. There we go. Yeah, I'm dead, but so be it. That's fine. Now, something we just picked up, though, the Shadow Set. Black cloth mask worn by spooks from an eastern land. Sacrifices defense for greater mobility. The late King Oceros was obsessed by dragons, to the extent that he would later be known as the Consumed King. Countless assassins were sent to end his reign, but none returned. Think about that for a moment. Oceros the king was repeatedly attempted to be assassinated, and all of them failed. That's quite a feat, really. And they sent their best assassins. And still Oceros survived. But he was obsessed with dragons. And managed to upset the ministers of an eastern land. Alright. And this time, we'll go off a little early. Because this is actually a hidden path. The Dragon Scale Ring. Ring of Oceros, former king of Lothric, reduces the damage from backstabs. In his later years, Oceros became fascinated with dragons. After going mad, he was more commonly known as the Consumed King. The Consumed King ascribed his resilience to the divine protection of this dragon scale. Makes sense. Alright. And we do have some poison arrows and all great arrows. I was gonna say, I don't. Oh, I do have the great Dragon Slayer Great Bow. Okay. I might as well use up some of these bolts. I never use them otherwise. Because in this position, we actually have the advantage because there is no way for them to get to us. So, now that isn't to say that their swings can't reach us at all, but yeah, those great swords could reach us theoretically. But they have no way of directly reaching us. So, if you want to, yep, yep, yep. Oh! Alright. Ah, got me. I was caught on the invisible wall. Because I was going to say, worst case scenario, easiest thing you can do, have them bait them over here and then run past them. I've done that repeatedly in the past. Otherwise, just use the arrows to chip damage them down. You know, fire bombs. You've got plenty of options. Taking them out safely from range is not a difficult thing to ask. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to have to cut it short tonight. I'm pretty tired. Today was a long day, and I was on my feet all day, so... I want to thank you all for joining me, though. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Souls 3. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time on this, or maybe something else. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.